Hello Aries, I'm Adriana, and for today's reading we're asking the question, what is the rift between your soul and yourself right now that is asking to be acknowledged and healed? So we're going to start with a major arcana card and then see where we go from there. Whoa, this card wanted to jump out. The World, so we're going to hang on to that. Okay, and Magician. I'm laughing because I started this video and I started over because I didn't like where I was taking it, and this was the card I first pulled, and it's really insistent that it be there. Okay, so all right, Aries, this is a couple different layers for you. This is about not being discouraged to ask for your heart's desire. This is about believing in your true power, in your superpower, and that you have a lot more energy at your disposal than you're wanting to admit. In the previous reading, I was seeing a vision of a torch being dragged through the mud. And so you might be feeling like your light is put out a little bit, but your soul is asking you to have more belief and more faith in yourself and your amazing ability to manifest your dreams. I want to also mention that you need to be very careful that your intention is right, okay? That your intention is lining up with your actions and that your intention is lining up with your manifestations. Because it can be one thing to try to manifest the right thing, but if you're not lined up in your intention, if you're not 100% behind it for a positive reason, then you're not going to have the desired outcome and your manifestation is going to lose power. And I know that's perhaps a bit nebulous, but let me come up with an example for you. To simplify, your intention has to be positive. Your intention has to be aligned. So let's say, okay, let's use this example. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, you have to give to receive. This is a really, really useful mentality for business, that you have to be willing to give things for free in order to receive certain things. Like, what's the word when people kind of know you, like household name? To get your name out there, to become a catchphrase, to become in people's awareness. So you are receiving, but it just may not be tangibly what you'd like to receive. So let me back up though. But let's say, okay, well, I decide I want to receive, so I'm going to give. All right, I'm going to give $100 to charity, and that's because I want to receive back something. Okay, that's giving with the wrong intention. That's giving with a condition on it. The more aligned thing to do would be, I want to give because it feels good. I want to give because it feels like the right thing for me to do. I don't care what happens, what comes back to me, if it comes back to me or not. I don't care about any of that, but I just want to give for the sake of giving. Right? So you can look like you're doing the right thing. You can convince yourself you're doing the right thing. But if your intention is skewed, if you're trying to get back at someone or you're trying to get something back, you have a condition about what you're trying to get back from your output, then you're a little off, then things are a little askew. So if that's been happening and you're discouraged, it's not about the asking, it's not about the manifesting, it's about that little tweak you need to do, that little soul searching to say, what is really my intention here? And make sure you have your intention clear before you actually try to manifest your desire. If your intention isn't clear, then that's wasted effort. And that's where a lot of this Aries energy is tripping up, is that things are happening out of sequence. It's cart before the horse. You're trying to get the result before you've laid the proper groundwork. All right, where is Aries likely to see this? In what area of life? All right, we have Eight of Swords, the Sun, Fairlilt, Six of Swords. So we've got an interesting process here of starting with being really stuck in your thoughts, but then feeling recognition, being seen for your power, seen for your worth, and kind of the joy of who you are. And that creates this really nice healing blend that then leads you to a better mental state. Okay, but this is the, so instead of giving me the area of life, they've just given me the answer, right? The answer to our question of how do we get out of this? How do we get this better? So you've got to stop the mental thought loops that keep you stuck in a bad place. That is also affecting your manifestation, because every time you go to those negative thought loops, it's pulling your energy down, and that's what's causing you to grab onto and gravitate towards the wrong intention, or that intention that doesn't serve you as well. Okay, so let's say, it's funny the way things spiral. I'm not great on computers. And so for me, if I have to spend a long time on computers, I have to really watch my energy, because I can get to really low places. And then I'm even attracted to foods that aren't good for me. Like I start wanting a lot of sugar. It's the strangest thing. So I totally understand this process that you're going through. So if you can release those thoughts or distract yourself from the thoughts and do something fun, do something creative, really something that makes you feel more joyful. And I think it's do something, Aries, you're all about action. And so if you can just do something that helps you feel better, you get back in the flow, and then your thoughts are on a more positive, healing, more thought or more heart connected thoughts. What does your heart truly want? Because again, you'll know if your intention is aligned if you feel really good about what you're asking for. And that has to be an honest feeling good, not a being vindictive feeling good, or feeling like you're going to finally get what you deserve. It has to be a good, clean, honest. This is a naked kid, so that talks about vulnerability and honesty. It has to be a good, honest feeling that this feels really good. So because we're talking about the Magician, we're talking about manifesting, and because of that we talk about law of attraction. This is how to get yourself back in the flow, back into that more positive stream where you can start asking for and receiving the world your goal. All right, I will be creating an extended reading for you, by the way, so the link to that is in the description, which they don't have as description anymore on YouTube. It just says more. So if you just click on more, you'll find it. Let's get an oracle card for you to just leave you with some encouraging advice. Two, actually. Keep your dreams alive and be gentle with yourself. These are such... Your dream doesn't want to stay alive. It just jumped out of my hand. All right. These are really beautiful cards. And keep your dream alive is not just about having faith in it. It's actually doing the practical steps, doing the little steps, the pragmatic steps to support your dream. And for you at this point, Aries, with everything we've talked about with our Magician energy, this is about laying the foundation with choosing that correct intention, putting it out there, and then doing the actions you need to show the universe that you're serious about what you want. We're talking about aligned actions that align with what you're asking for. Okay, we can go deeper into that in the extended. But to be gentle with yourself is just that. You're going to make mistakes. It's not going to work perfectly. You may have gotten yourself a little bit off, but that's totally okay. Beating yourself up pulls your energy down further. I just really love this bird right here. It almost looks like a flower, doesn't it? If you pull it back. So there's a reason why you have to go through the process a certain way. The reason why I'm fascinated with this bird is that it's like if you change the perspective, you see different truths about this shape. And that's what I feel like is going on with you, Aries. So if you're only looking at your mistakes or you're looking at where you fell short in this process, you're not seeing the whole thing. If you were to look closer and say, well, but I'm learning how to be a master manifester, or I'm learning how to do this, or I'm getting stronger every time I screw up. I'm getting stronger because I'm learning. You start to see that it's actually a beneficial thing going through this process. So again, be gentle with yourself. You're here to do big things, but they don't happen overnight. And you have to be your best friend throughout this whole process. You have to be your own best friend. All right, Aries, I'm going to continue to draw some cards for you, some more cards. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Link to the extended is in the More tab.